Hello, going live. Give me 1 second. I'm going to be inviting another collaborator today. Super excited about this. Let's see if Alexia is here. She's joining. Alexia!
Hi!
Yay!
Hey.
From your car.
I'm in my car.
Amazing.
I'm in my
We
car.
do what we can, huh?
Yeah, I'm literally at a kid's birthday party, and it's my sister's son, and I just told her, listen, hun, I've got to pop out for a few minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I don't know how long it's going to take, but take care of the kids, and I'll blow the candles out with you when I get back.
That's the reality, huh?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
that's
no attachments.
I mean, yes, totally. And I mean, Alexia is my sister here, just to give a bit of, and not sister, blood sister, but soul sister, definitely. We've been traveling aside of each other for the last years, going through, trainings, master classes together.
Yeah.
And traveling also to Egypt, Mexico, Costa Rica, and yes, and so happy and honored to have you with me today, Alexia. Love you so much.
Me too, my darling. It's great to be here. Thank you for hosting on your end. I'm excited to get into what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, amazing. So yes, we wanted to speak into leading through chaos, and how to really clear the noise and the chaos and really be leaders of light to create a higher reality. And we were just, touching base quickly before on what we wanted to share. And I'm going to give you the mic to start with, and then I'll thread around with you.
Okay. First of all, is my sound okay?
Your sound is okay. Is mine okay? I was wondering because there was a bit of a gap.
Yours is okay. Good. Yours is okay. All right. Yeah. So just before we hopped on this live, Jennifer, she asked me, like, what are the themes? Like, what are you picking up on your side, in your reality that is important for people to hear about and is important for us to speak about? So right now, like in the last couple of days, I've been like really seeing how there's a lot of chaos, right? There's chaos in the world. There's chaos maybe even in our relationships, maybe even with our kids. There's chaos in the systems, school systems. I was just chatting to some parents now at the party, and how, our kids are like overburdened with so much homework that they're actually not even able to enjoy their like after school activities. And there's this chaos, right, of dashing the kids to their sports and dashing them back and then dashing them to the other kids. There's just like this common thread of chaos. Okay. And I'm realizing that even in the midst of this chaos, there actually also gets to be a beautiful internal peace and an internal sense of, I don't have to control everything, but I also get to choose my peace, my inner peace, my well-being, my health, my choices, who I want to be around with, who I want to collaborate with, who I want to come on Instagram live with, just because there's a lot of noise around, it doesn't, like, I get to choose how much that's going to influence me. And there's a piece about aligned commitment that's coming in for me. I'm like just checking. These people are all checking me out. Like, what is she doing in her car?
Noise.
Yeah, exactly. There's a piece about aligned commitment that has come through for me as well. Where, what does that mean? Like, what is it? What is aligned commitment? Like for me, aligned commitment is this right here. Like showing up on this Instagram live. We said we were going to hop on a live at 6 o'clock my time this time, even though I'm at a birthday party, even though it's not convenient, even though it's like totally, it's creating chaos, right, for people in the party, for people expecting me to be there. But I choose to create something else. So this is what I want to weave in for us today. Like, I can see behind you, like the wind is starting to come up, and you're in this like beautiful shift in the nature there. So everything is so aligned and everything's perfect, even in the chaos. And Jennifer and I have joined forces, and we are on this beautiful journey together, not by chance, not by coincidence, because we've known each other now for over 2 years now, I think, from
Oh
New
yeah.
Code. Yeah.
Yeah, from the new code, from
Yeah,
2-3 years, something like this.
and
And beyond
we,
time and space forever, you know?
yes, and this 3D relationship happened because we both said yes to part of what our soul was calling us through, and that was also chaotic, right? Even through the chaos, you get to say yes to what your soul is leading you through. And
Totally. I remember just a parenthesis when you were wanting to come here to Costa Rica for a mastermind, right? All the chaos that you had to go through to actually get physically somewhere and bridge it from the vision and into the reality. And the chaos, it's because from bridging dream and vision to reality, it's really also about accepting the chaos and accepting that you are leading, you are creating a new life, and you are leading your life and the life of others into a new reality. And you will find chaos. Chaos is it's the manifestation of the resistance. It's the manifestation of the inner resistance, your own inner resistance or the collective resistance. And then it's kind of purging out and manifesting in what we see as chaos, but what we can actually see as an amazing opportunity. Sorry, I cut you and I went in it, but yes, we were kind of co-creating here. And we're both in love with this path, and that's why we are also choosing it. I don't believe you would be choosing anything else, and I wouldn't. But we're also bringing elements that are completing our 3D life too. It's not only about being spiritual, it's about being very, very human and addressing real stuff.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, totally. Because like the chaos gets to be like, you can look at chaos and you can actually feel like, wow, this is actually so beautiful how life force is moving even through the chaos, and how life force actually needs you. It needs you to move so that whatever you're creating in your life can actually be birthed. Even if I go into God, and if I go into like that spiritual realm, God needs us to move and to take the action so that the miracles can take place in our lives. And I mean, just from that mastermind in Costa Rica, there's still like downloads unfolding.
Oh yeah.
And that was
Yes, 100%. And and that's really a nice subject to bridge in again, like from this vision, this blueprint that we received when we were at this mastermind. What we mean by blueprint or next timeline is actually where life is calling us, where life is taking us as a different frequency, as a higher frequency, closer and closer to the frequencies of our soul. Let's call it like this, right? And our duty per se is actually to listen and to pay attention to what is that calling. If we block ourselves from receiving the calling, we're actually doing harm to ourselves, and it creates a lot of distortion inside of our bodies and a lot of symptomatics that are not wishable, for our lives or for the life of the people that's around us, right? So and why I say this is because the more we align ourselves with our soul blueprint and our soul frequency and actually say yes to this path, we're actually also supporting our collective. We're supporting our loved ones. We're supporting our communities, and to the bigger picture of humanity, And that's also why we are choosing this work. Of course, it enhances our own personal reality, We're not pretending to be something, bigger than this human that we are, but at the same time, we have this understanding that it has ripple effects on the collective as we shift our inner frequency too. And as we shift this chaos into a higher reality.
Yeah, you're speaking about frequency, and we also wanted to share today about, share about what we're doing in November together. We're hosting a beautiful summit together in November. We still haven't landed the actual, formation of it, but I know it's going to be beautiful. So, I wanted to do.
Yeah, the intention of bridging. Yes, the intention of bridging our work with the frequency work, and we are in the co-creation of it. So really in the process of listening, of saying yes to what wants to happen, and listening also to Bridget with reality, with more tangibles for all of you,
Yeah.
to see what this is about and to see it in form.
Yeah.
So definitely, definitely. And the frequency work, yes, let's speak a bit more precisely about creating a higher reality through chaos. Because I'm also witnessing a lot more chaos. I'm having tons of different discussions around, and everybody's going through chaos right now. It's not new. We've been going through some kind of big motion in the last years.
Yeah.
But more precisely now, it's like everybody's going through a restructuration.
Yeah.
Whether it's a system restructuration or an outer or an inner system restructuration, everybody's going through, I'm changing, something needs to change, the system is changing, and we don't know what the new system is. So it's very uncomfortable for a good majority of people.
Yeah, yeah. And we have these beautiful planetary and astrological phenomenon happening. I think there's an eclipse happening on the 5th of May as well. Another like major eclipse. So, you know, I know that eclipse season is very, very, well, it's opportunistic, you know, it's also, it's a time where we can actually make big intentions and really like purge. The energy is really, really supportive for that. But also you gotta do that. You know, you gotta take responsibility and actually be the one to do that. And not just stay in the chaos of everything like falling apart or everything, you know, not as you want it to be. So taking responsibility and taking ownership, and then choosing, okay, what is it that I'm actually here to experience? And there's a frequency to that. There's a frequency to the higher vision for your life. There's a frequency to the relationship you want to experience with your partner or somebody you're calling in. There's a frequency to the wealth that you want to experience and receive. There's a frequency to every, and you know, we're as partners as well in another like layer of our businesses. Jennifer and I we're using an incredible tool. It's a quantum tool that is helping us to get even more clarity around the frequency of what we want in our lives. Get even more clarity and alignment and resonance with those, I don't know if I want to call it higher states of awareness. It's like a deeper lens. I don't know. How would you explain it? Like, let's get into
Yes. It's an enhance. I have the word enhancement that comes, and I always speak from direct experience. You know, it's not from theory. It's really what it does for me. It actually enhances my frequency. And don't get me wrong, I have tools. I have been in this field of frequency, energy, vibration for more than like 13 years right now. And it's not that I don't have tools, and I want to speak into this because many of the people who are watching have their own tools, right? And it's really amazing. But this is an add-on. Just this morning, I was doing my practice, and I put it on the third chakra, just out of curiosity, and because intuitively I was led to put it on the third chakra. And within like a couple of minutes, I saw my field of thoughts change, and so the consciousness changed. And as we know, our thoughts create our reality, and our thoughts are vibrational frequencies too. Yeah. So for me, this is direct proof that it accelerates. And I'm saying this also because, I mean, I'm in my setup is in nature, you know, I'm in a high vibe community, and, you know, but the truth is that the collective, that's not necessarily their situation, and they are surrounded by, you know, like, let's say city life and toxins, and bombarded by information, bombarded by, you know, like toxic systems also maybe. And this is not to be negative, it's just to address real things. So tools like this help us accelerate, and that's how I'm even using it myself to accelerate, even though I am in an amazing setup and I have my tools. And it shifts my frequency, and it manifests things a lot faster too. That's my direct experience.
Yeah. So what we're talking about is the healing. It's here.
Yes,
to show
we both have it here. Yes.
It's an incredible frequency device. It's a class 2 medical device. It's wild. It's beyond. It's got so many programs in it to, whether you want to focus on your health and your wellness, or if you want to focus on your spirituality, your ascension, your evolution, your future self, your future life, your past life. it's got everything. And it's the first time that I feel so so supported by a tool, like by an actual device that can tell me that this block that you have, it's actually from, like, it's coming down through your ancestral, like, lines. This block that you have is actually an emotional block. This block that you have is a spiritual block. And it literally gives me fresh and new aligned affirmations and desired states to focus on while the device is actually running in frequencies into my system to to close the gap from those blocks. So for me, this is fascinating. I've always been fascinated by frequency, fascinated by the alternative medicine, alternative health, wellness, homeopathy. Oh my God, homeopathy, guys. If you are into homeopathy, this device has a whole program on your homeopathic remedies. It is wild. It is wild.
It's wild. It's wild. It's even difficult to explain what it is, you know? And I even had resistance to it. I mean, I was approached, I think, 3-4 years ago. I mean, like, for 5 years even. Like, I remember, like, Healy. I was like, nah, you know, I have my tools. I'm good. You know, I don't need external aid. And I think I'm still a promoter of doing really the inner work and really being, like, autonomous. But it's totally non-neglectable how this tool is blowing my mind also. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I would be stupid to not use it. Like, stupid is maybe a strong word, but I'm like, it's helping me to accelerate my frequencies shifting, my consciousness shifting, and I'm of better service to people. So
yeah, I can totally like, if we speak about manifestations and, like, just things just dropping in so fast, little things but also big things. Like, I can literally think of something, and then within a few hours it's right there, it's in my field, and it's like, wow, okay, what else can I do? What else can I intend to experience in my life? Because the manifestation, I think manifestation has gotten so much publicity, can I say? Like, it's got so much publicity over the years, and it's really, really peaked in the last 2 years, I can say, that people are desperate to manifest. They're so desperate to manifest, and it's just not working. It's just not working because there's been some sort of like a gap in the teaching, a gap in the how to. Well, the how to, it's as simple as creating the frequency and holding the frequency within you so that you actually experience that in the 3D. But if we have a lot of shit inside, and layers of beliefs and layers of conflict and layers of doubt and fears and God knows what else, no matter how hard you're holding that frequency, there's going to be a misinterpretation. There's going to be a influence from those beliefs and those layers and those energies. There's just no way about it.
Totally, because and at the end of the day, the manifestation in front of us is always that direct mirror of what's inside. So we can think we hold a high vibration, but if there's something in the subconscious that vibrates in the physical body at a lower density, this is the resonance co-creating with life. And life will just mirror it back and will say, you're holding this inside, girl. Look, this is where you need to shift. So it's not just like a formula that we, like, how can I say it? It's not just magic. It is magic, and it's not just magic. No. There is work to do. There is an intention. There's your own attention that needs to go inside your body and really feel physically where the frequency is not aligned. And this device helps us pinpoint where it is, because it scans us, it gives us reports, it brings to our consciousness things that we are not capable of seeing because it's so plugged in that we don't see it. So much in the shadow that we don't see it. So it's really an aid. It's really an aid to your practices. All right.
Just quickly, like, it works with it's got a quantum sensor, it works with a quantum field, and it works with your bioenergy field, spiritual level, on the spiritual layers, mental layers, emotional layers, physical layers, and What else? Everything?
We've named pretty much all of it. Yes, and there's two different technologies. There's the microcurrent with the electrode, so it works really at the physical. And when we have the coil, it's really working with the field of information, the quantum field of information. So it's a lot more subtle, and it can travel also. So we can do distance work with this too.
And it works with your chakra points as well. Your central energy point. There's a whole program.
There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff we can share.
Yeah. So
but we give a good perspective. At the end of the day, why we're sharing all of this is because we really want to empower people with tools. And this is one of the tools that we use. We have different tools, and we really want people to help to lead their life from chaos to a new reality, to a new heightened reality. Yes, higher frequency reality.
Yeah.
And that's what we are both here to do. Yes, I think we are complete with our conversation. But is there something else you want to be sharing before going back to the party behind you?
I just want to share like there's always been chaos, and there probably always will be, because that's how creation moves, right? Creation moves with that energy, and even if you look into nature, there's a huge amount of energy and force that is needed to birth a seed or a tree or physical of a baby. Like even when a baby is conceived, there's a tremendous amount of energy that is being like pulled into that. So the chaos is there from the start, right? From the point of creation. So don't fear the chaos, right? Instead, try and ask yourself, like, who are you becoming? Who are you being asked to evolve into, to become through this chaotic world, so that you can actually, make your print, make your mark, and whatever it is you had to do, make your impact. Maybe it's with your children, or make an impact within your business, make an impact within your community, whatever it is, and do what it takes to clear the stuff that's like holding you back and blocking you and like creating limitations. Do what it takes. For us, this Healy has been one of the tools that we have come into and we're using every day. I'm using it every single day. I am obsessed with it. My kids love it. And it's just such a blessing, and it's such a beautiful gift. That's how I want to end this conversation.
Amazing, Alexia. Yeah, thanks so much for showing up on this live with me. Always so fun to have these conversations. Yeah. Really, really.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.
So if anybody wants to send us a message, just DM us.
Yes, if you want to know more, send us a message. Yeah, that's perfect.
I love you.
All right, love. Love you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.